Hello, my friend. This is Clyde. God is real. You heard me. God is real. Why do I say that? I'm sure that's a statement that you have heard so many times before. But today I want us to dissect that. And today I want us to arrive at a place where we can say that for ourselves, that God is real. We've heard that, we've read that, we've seen some people try to show us that. But let us come to that realization for ourselves. Here is a verse that I have identified in the book of Hebrews in the Bible. Hebrews 11 and verse 6. It says, "And without faith it is impossible to please God, because anyone who comes to him must believe that he exists and that he rewards those who earnestly seek him." So they tell us that God is real. But how do we know that that is true? I like food. No, I love food. I don't eat everything, but I love food. And I've often stopped to think about it. How do I know what to eat and what not to eat? How is it that there are some foods that have become my favorite and some that I do not care about? The proof of it was in the eating. The proof of it was in the tasting. I could hear so much about a particular dish, a particular food item, but until I experience it for myself, it is all going by what someone else told me. All right, you've heard about the great wonders of the world, and you might probably not live near any one of them. And so how do you know that it's true? You've seen it on television, you've seen it in movies, you've heard people tell you about it, and so forth. But until you see it for yourself, I remember the first time I saw Niagara Falls, I was in absolute awe. I'd heard about it, I'd read about it, I've seen it in movies. But that cold winter day, when I stood up and I saw this wonder right before my very eyes, I really believed that it existed. It was amazing. So, this God that I say is real, how can I prove it? How do you prove it? The Bible says that it is a faith thing. Yes, you have to first of all start at a place of faith. You have to believe that God exists. You cannot interact with God unless you believe that he exists. And the truth of the matter is this: you have never seen God physically. You have never seen him with your eyes. Someone can't give you an address and you go to that address and find God. But God says, if you really want to experience me, if you really want to know me, it takes faith. And what is this faith thing? There is something that tells us in Hebrews 11 and verse 1 that it is an assurance. Faith is an assurance of something that we cannot see. Do you have an assurance that God exists? Do you have an assurance that there is a God? Because guess what? If you can come to that realization that there is a God, that God exists, you can enter into one of the most, no, the most exciting, exhilarating, most profitable relationship that you will ever have. Because once you are able to believe that God exists, my friend, he says that he rewards those who seek him. He says that he reveals himself in so many ways. He says that he will have a relationship like none other with that person who believes that he exists. Friend, I say to you today, don't take my word for it. Don't take someone else's word for it. You step out in faith and you experience God for yourself, because I can say to you this morning categorically, and I promise you, when you step out in faith, you will prove it for yourself that God is real. Shalom.